State of Texas, where there are a number of primary runoffs tonight, not just the Republican side, but also on the Democratic side. And we have a call to make at this hour in the 18th Congressional District. Longtime, multi-term Democratic Congressman Al Green will be defeated by a primary challenger, Christian Menefee, much younger. Menefee running on a kind of generational change platform in that district with 61% of the vote in. We can make the call that Christian Menefee will win that runoff against Al Green. He will be the Democratic nominee in the fall. That's the first Democratic incumbent to fall tonight in the primaries. We're watching the Republican primary for the U.S. Senate in Texas tonight.
After hearing the news of Representative Green losing his seat, Donald Trump sent out this post on social media. Congratulations to the Democrat Party. Al Green, one of the most mentally deficient congressmen in the history of our country, has lost in a landslide his seat in Congress. But I will miss that lunatic that's screaming and violently waving his cane at me during my next State of the Union speech. Make America great again. God bless America. President DJT. People are like, that's disrespectful. Why would Trump do that? Yeah, I kind of liked it. Yeah, I don't much like Representative Green. Yeah, it's too much show, not enough pony. Yeah, too much performance, not enough singing, too much dance. You know, where's the vocal abilities? All I'm seeing is corny dance moves. Except they're like Mary J. Blige, out of breath, tired, not into it. So maybe this is why Donald Trump put out this post.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session.
I know what happened in my lifetime when I had to go to the back door to get my food. I remember when I had to drink from a filthy colored water fountain, when there was a pristine white water fountain right next to me. I know. I lived it. I remember how I had to sit in the back of the bus. And if there weren't enough seats for Anglos, we called them white people. I don't like the term. But when there weren't enough seats for Anglos, then I had to move. I know what's going on. I see it. Well, you're saying no, that's not happening right now. No, but we're headed in that direction. We're headed in that direction. I don't want to return to that past where I was a suspect simply because of the color of my skin. I was a suspect.
You look Indian. Anybody else say Al looks Indian? His hair kind of laid out like how would do it.
We are now at a point in this country to tie this together where there are people who are suspect because of the way they look.
Oh.
Just as I was a suspect because of the way I looked.
So undocumented people, just like black people, huh? Okay. Yeah, nobody would want to get rid of this guy. I can't imagine why he would lose his seat.
If you are Latino in the United
States. Do you believe that your win is a result of redistricting versus voters wanting something new? Why do you think you won?
Because Al Green is 78 years old and Menefee is only 38. It's a 40-year age gap.
Voters are looking for new fighters who are going to bring a strategic vision, a new strategic fight to working against President Donald Trump. And if you look, Democrats are already doing that in the House right now. You saw Pam Bondi, Kristi Noem go before House committees, get grilled by thoughtful and prepared Democrats on committee, and then the next thing you know, they were relieved of duty by President Trump. That's the type of fight that we have to bring to the table, to be prepared to go up against the Trump administration and hold them accountable. And as the former Harris County attorney, I was the chief civil legal officer for the third largest county in the country, the largest county in the state of Texas. And my experience was going up against the powerful, whether it be Governor Greg Abbott or Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton or even the presidential administration itself to protect our health care program.
I wonder if he conducts himself like Jasmine Crockett, because we all know she keeps it real.
To ensure we had voting rights and clean air and clean water. I went to court against them time after time and beat them. And that's what folks are looking for in our communities. They want folks who are not just going to write strongly worded letters, not just yell at the president, but go up strategically, defeat them, and ensure that we have a government that works for the people and not just the wealthy and the wealthy.
Did he just take a shot at Jasmine Crockett? So like I stated, fam, you'll find no argument out of me. I don't know anything about Menefee, but I believe that if you're going to lose, at least lose with a new guy. Yeah, at least lose different. I get tired of Democrats keep losing the same way. I mean, if you're going to be a corrupt party, at least be corrupt a different way. Instead of tap dancing and pole dancing for AIPAC, maybe it's Saudi time, or bring out China. Yeah, Democrats are becoming boring. It's a regular old, same old corruption. But real talk though, fam, I don't know about Al Green. I don't know what purpose he sold or served, other than to give the impression that he was wise. But you could tell the desperation was all over his actions the last year. Now you see why he was up to all the antics, all the grandstanding. His ass, he saw it coming. He didn't want to go. It was time to go, Johnson. The consensus in mainstream reporting, and that's the New York Times, PBS, NBC, Texas Tribune, is that it was an expected and dramatic result of map changes in voter preference for renewal. You're just tired of you, Al. You better go sit down, get you a nice glass of sweet tea and sit on the porch and mind your damn business. Go fishing. They say it really wasn't an ideological shift. I don't even know if Menefee believes in anything radically different than, Al Green. It's just they were tired of hearing it from Al Green. They want that young guy to come up there and fill him with bullshit and lie to him and tell him stuff that ain't true and, cape for the, undocumented or trans kids in sports or some other shit that 80% of the country's against. Green himself has indicated he plans to keep speaking out in his remaining time. Yeah, so Al Green's going to go out with a ball of fire, as will Jasmine Crockett and all the other Democrats who are losing their seats. I'm sorry, fam. I mean, I've been looking for a shit to give. I just can't find a damn to give for Democrats that are leaving. I just can't do it. Family, until Black America can close the racial wealth gap, until Democrats help put policies together to get Black Americans off the bottom, I mean, how are we going to create the bottom, help create the country, and then be stuck at the bottom in perpetuity? And you got a party you've been voting for 60 years, and they couldn't change it. And instead of going, we need to hold them accountable, we got people going, we need to vote for more. We need to put more of them in office. We need to give them more money, give them more of our support. They do it if only we supported them more. That makes sense to y'all. So let me get this right. You married, right? You married your wife, you married her, you gave her a ring, you got a home, you live together, but she don't come home. And your suggestion, the solution is buy her more stuff. Yeah, that's I don't see. I don't think that's it. I think that's a bad recipe. I think that's sucker shit. Yeah, I come home and Mrs. Black comes home. See, we both come home. See, if one of us didn't come home, the solution would not be to pamper them with more shit. It'd be to show them the door. See that door over there? Be on the other side of that motherfucker. And that's how that's how I think it's not logical, right? I think it's logical and reasonable to be that way. But now when you're with the Democratic Party. So yeah, I'm happy to see Al go because I'm just tired of seeing him with the antics. It's so disrespectful. This guy actually compared separate water fountains and getting beaten by cops pre-civil rights to being undocumented in the country you weren't born in, that you came into voluntarily and being told to leave. He actually compared those two things. One group of people were minding their business in their country and got snatched up and brought to this country, and then were forced to work under the threat of the whip and the axe and the dog and the bullet and the noose and the fire. The other group of people came over here because they wanted to. Some of them spent money to come over here, did not go through the proper channels, and then are told to leave, and some of them were given money to leave and a flight home. And Al Green is comparing them two things together. And when a black man like me points it out and says, hey, that don't sound like that makes sense, comparing those two things. You say, yeah, there you go, Tim. Yeah, Donald Trump, MAGA. Yeah, man, I don't have a problem with the Democrats getting rid of Al Green because he's so disgustingly, transparently a gaslighting piece of shit. But I don't know if Menefee's any better. Well, hell, let's find out together, shall we?
Catch Tim Black live on the most dangerous show in America, Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Don't miss out on the real. Stay dangerous.